Here. Let's speak to Janine De Giovanni, Newsweek's Middle East editor who lives in France and who's covered the conflict in Syria, in fact, in most places. Janine, what did Islamic State want by doing this on Friday?
More than anything, what they want is to provoke retaliation. So, in a sense, what Putin is doing, this eye for an eye, Hollande's airstrikes, is playing into exactly what they want. It's a classic terrorist strategy, but it's also from the beginning. They detest, more than anything, unity. They don't want to see united fronts. They don't want to see inclusive societies. They don't want to see cohesive societies. So what would have really driven them mad were the photographs of Germany welcoming refugees, because this would be a society that they don't believe in. And also, France to them was an easy target. France, we know, in many ways, there's great divisions here. Since the 2005 riots, the Charlie Hebdo, we see more and more the alienation of young Muslim youth who are French-born, raised here, but really have very little opportunities, chances, are very much shut out, and I say this with some understanding of it, from the great universities, from government positions. It's very difficult for them to be so alienated.
People who live in the suburbs who I think President Sarkozy once described as racailles.
Exactly. So, I mean, even just that statement, which I think came right after the 05 riots, a statement like that was a sense of, we are not part of your society. This is exactly what ISIS feeds on. The radicalization process can take 6 weeks if they get it right. And
how much do you think this has to do with the very muscular approach France takes to jihadists right around the world? I mean, in Iraq, in Mali, in Africa, all over the place.
Well, there's been a muscular approach, but it's been too late, too soon. The one exception has been Hollande's, what he did in Mali in 2013, and how quickly they more or less eradicated Al-Qaeda in the Maghreb. But as we know, it wasn't entirely successful in the long term. I think that there has not been a muscular approach back in 2011, 2012, when those of us working on the ground began to see the first remnants of ISIS emerging from Nusra and these other radical armed groups. Nothing was done. And now to have this hitting very hard at Raqqa, at ISIS, to me it's too little too late, because essentially, can you really kill an ideology? You might be able to hit their military points, maybe. By now I'm sure they've moved them. You might be able to hit their capital, but you're not going to stop the flow of recruits. And the flow of recruits is coming from radicalization due to a lack of opportunity in their own countries, whether it's Tunisia, the UK, France, or Germany.
Okay. Janine Giovanni, thank you very much.